Hey guys, so today I have swatches of the Native War Paints Classic Essentials, or NWP Classic Essentials. This is kind of a new line that Native War Paints is branching off into. They are all neutral, kind of work-appropriate polishes. These are going to be releasing on August 19th, and they will be available on the Native War Paints website, so I will link that down below, and I will also have the exact time down below as well. I'm not sure right now, but it'll come up as we get closer to the launch date. So yeah, 6 polishes to start out in this collection, and I will get into the swatches. So the first polish is Sarah, and this is a very, very light baby pink with a subtle pink shimmer. So here's one coat. This one covers okay on the first coat. It's a little bit sheer and it's a little bit streaky. Formula is smooth, easy to apply. It does want to run just a little bit down to the sides of my nail. So there is one coat. So here's 2 coats. This one builds up a bit better on 2 coats, but I can still see my nail line pretty well, so I'm going to do a third. This dries like semi-matte. It's a little bit dull, so it does dry fast, but you will want a top coat to make it shiny, and it's going to help that pink shimmer stand out as well. So there is 2 coats. So here's 3 coats. So this one covers completely on 3. I can see where you could still have some streaks on 3 though if you're not really careful with your application. So there is 3 coats of Sarah. The next polish is Emily, and this is a light, almost like grayish baby blue cream. So here's one coat. This one, like the last one, is a little bit sheer and a little bit streaky on the first coat. Formula is good, easy to apply, but again wants to pool just a little bit on the sides of the nail. So there is one coat. So here's 2 coats. This one doesn't quite cover completely on 2. I can still see through it a good amount, and it's a little bit streaky. Again, great formula. This one also dries matte, so it does dry pretty fast, but you will need a top coat to make it glossy. So there is 2 coats. So here's 3 coats. So this one covers completely in 3, but I feel like if you push too hard or your coats are a little too thin, you might end up with some streaks. So there is 3 coats of Emily. The next polish is Samantha, and this is kind of like a mauve-y cream. So here's one coat. So this one is actually a bit more jelly-like than it looks in the bottle, so it's pretty sheer. It is going to need at least one more coat. The formula is good, a little bit on the thin side, but it doesn't want to pool like the last 2 did. So there is one coat. So here's 2 coats. This one actually builds up pretty well on 2 coats. I think for a lot of people, you could probably get away with 2 and be totally fine. You guys know I'm pretty picky, and I can still see my nail line just a little tiny bit, so I'm going to do a third. Again, good formula. Feels a little bit thin. I tend to like thicker formulas, so it might be normal for most people. It's not hard to use by any means. So there is 2 coats. So here's 3 coats. This one covers completely in 3, and it does make the color just a tiny bit darker. Again, good formula. This one, like I said, is a little bit more jelly-like. So there is 3 coats of Samantha. The next polish is Taylor, and this is a chocolate brown. Mine needs shaken up a little bit with a kind of coppery shimmer. So here's one coat. This one actually looks like it is completely opaque in one coat. I don't seem to have any streaks, any light spots. The color is exactly what's in the bottle. Formula is great, super smooth, super easy to apply. I think if you do super thin coats, you'll probably end up needing 2, but for me, this is a total 1-coater. So there is 1 coat of Taylor. The next polish is called Jessica, and I didn't have anything to do with this one. This is a slate gray, like a grayish blue, with a pinky kind of red shimmer. So here's 1 coat. So this one covers pretty well on 1 coat, better than some of the other ones. I mean, obviously it's not a 1-coater, but it does cover pretty well. Super smooth, super easy to apply. The shimmer is very, very strong, which looks really, really nice, but with the strong shimmer also comes some brush strokes. You do have to be careful just to make sure that you paint in straight lines. So there is 1 coat. So here's 2 coats. So this one covers completely in 2. It does dry a little bit matte and a little bit dull, so you will want a good top coat that's going to help it be glossy, and it's going to make that red shimmer stand out really well. So there is 2 coats of Jessica. So the last polish is Ashley, and this is a reddy purple. So here's 1 coat. This one covers really well on the first coat. It's not a 1-coater, but it does cover really well, very evenly. I can just see a little bit of my nail line. Formula is good. Another one that I think might be a little bit thin for me. Like I said, I tend to like thicker formulas. so it's probably just normal for everybody else. It doesn't want to run or pool though, it applies very easily. So there is one coat. So here's 2 coats. So this one covers completely in 2. You can see that it dries matte, and it does dry really fast because my middle and pointer finger were already pretty much dry by the time I was done with my pinky finger. So it dries fast but matte, so you will want a top coat. So there is 2 coats of Ashley. So my favorite in this collection is actually Taylor, probably because we're getting closer into fall and I really like the browns. I really like this color. I don't know why this one stood out to me so much, but like I said, it's probably just more the time of year, kind of like the transitional season that we're in, but I really like this one. So again, the NWP Classic Essentials collection is going to be releasing on August 19th. I will link Native War Paints down below where you guys can check these out. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.